Hi, welcome you all for today's session. Today I'm going to talk about what is meant by the data warehouse and what are the differences between the online transaction processing and the online analytical processing. So what is data warehouse? Let us see. Data warehousing mainly provides the architectures and tools for business executives or the managers or the knowledge workers in order to systematically organize and understand and use the data to take the strategic business decisions. Most of the industries today are spending a lot of amount in order to construct the data warehouse. Data warehouse is one of the latest marketing weapon. So because there is a lot of competition between the industries, so it is the way of retaining users. Let us see about the definition. According to the William H. Inman, data warehouse is subject-oriented, integrated, time-variant, and non-volatile collection of data, which is used for decision-making process. What is meant by a subject-oriented? So the data warehouse is organized the data around the major subjects, such as customer, product, sales, items. These are actually in the relational databases at tables. Here we call it as a dimensions or the subjects. And the major focus on modeling and analysis of data is for a decision maker, not for day-to-day activities. And it provides a simple and concise view of about the particular subject. So what is meant by the integrated? Data warehouses are constructed by taking the data from multiple heterogeneous databases such as relational, multimedia databases, object relational databases, transactional databases, and put in a consistent format. Time variant. The data are stored in a stored to provide information from a historical perspective. So the data is static here. Suppose I would like to get the from past 5 years data. So I can able to extract from the data warehouse because here the key constraint, key element implicitly or explicitly in data warehouse is around that time. So it is time variant. Non-volatile. Usually in the data warehouse, it is always stores the data physically a separate store of data. So that is, we are going to perform the application in operational environment and that data will be transformed to the data warehouse. So to physically separate store. And operational update of data does not occur in the data warehouse. We cannot update the data, only we can able to read the data, extract the data from the data warehouse. We cannot update the data which is available in the data warehouse. And let us see about the differences between OLTP and the OLAP. The major task in the online transactional processing system is to perform online transactions and query processing. And we are going to perform the day-to-day activities in the OLTP system like purchasing, inventory, banking, manufacturing, payroll, registration, accounting, etc. Whereas in OLAP system, the major task, major aim is to perform data analysis and decision making for knowledge workers, managers. And the data are organized in the OLAP system in different formats. Like, let us see about the distinction, the major differences between the OLTP and the OLAP. In case of OLTP, the users and the system orientation it is customer oriented systems, whereas OLAP is a market oriented. And the data contents, it is current and detailed data. So right now, whatever you are going to update, so that is the data will be updated in the OLTP systems. Whereas here in OLAP, historical, consolidated data, summarized data. So OLAP systems is having summarized data. And the database design is entity relationship data in case of OLTP, and it is application oriented. Whereas in case of OLAP, it is schema, star schema, snowflake schema, and it is subject oriented kind of data. And the access patterns are update. We can update the data in the OLTP systems, whereas in OLAP updation is not possible. Only we can able to read, or by applying the complex queries, we can able to extract the data. Now let us see of the some of the key features or the key differences between the OLTP and the OLAP. So see the definition. If in case of the definition, OLTP means online transaction processing, whereas OLAP means online analytical processing. AP means analytical processing. The main feature is here, it is based on the operational processing, day-to-day activities, operational processing. So suppose I am going to withdraw the amount. So that operation, after performing the operation, how much balance is available, that must be updated. This is kind of the processing is operational processing. Whereas here information processing, the available information we are going to extract from the databases. Orientation is here transaction, whereas in OLAP analysis. So data transactions will be held here, number of transactions. Here the analysis, kind of analysis will be due for the OLAP. The users are database administrators or the database professionals, whereas in case of OLAP, it is knowledge workers or the managers. The database design is entity relationship based design, and it is application oriented. The design is application oriented. Here the design is subject oriented, and we are going to use star schemas, snowflake schemas, factor constellation schemas for designing the OLAP systems. And the data stored, the data is a kind of dynamic data, current data, day-to-day data, day-to-day updations, relational data, and the detailed data. Whereas in case of OLAP, it is static data, historical, summarized, consolidated, and the multidimensional data. So view use detailed view in case of OLTP, in case of OLAP, summarized view. The unit of work, short and simple transactions we can do for the OLTP, whereas complex queries are required for OLAP. So usually DNQL query language is used for OLAP, here SQL is used. And access is read, write are possible, but for OLAP only mostly read is possible. And the number of records we can access tens and hundreds of records we are going to do the processing purpose. Here millions of records because huge volume of data is available in OLAP. Here thousands of users are using transactional processing, whereas only hundreds of users are using because they need to maintain data warehouse. And the database size is here 100 megabytes to the gigabytes, few gigabytes. Whereas here 100 gigabytes, few gigabytes to the terabytes, petabytes of the data is maintained in the OLAP. Here the priority is high performance is more priority for the OLTP systems. So we need accuracy, we need correct updations in the transactional processing. Whereas here high flexible for extracting the data. Here the metrics measures are used transaction throughput. Here the measures are query throughput. How exactly how efficiently you are extracting the data for analysis, for decision making. Here the major focus is around the data inside what we are using. What is the information out we are taking is a major focus. The most important operations are indexing and hashing. Here lots of the scans are used for analysis purpose. So suppose these are the fundamental differences between the OLAP and the OLTP. Suppose if we use OLAP systems for concurrency control and the other operations, so what happened? Or if we use OLTP for complex queries, we apply OLTP, what happened? Why do we need these two separate systems? Let us see. So what is separate? Why separate data warehouse? In order to promote high performance for both the systems, we need a separate data warehouse. Let us see. So the operational databases are mainly tuned for. So these are mainly tuned for the OLTP transactional purpose. That is the kind of methods we are using: indexing, searching, concurrency control, recovery. Whereas warehouse is mainly tuned for applying complex OLAP queries for analyzing the data in order to make the decisions. Here a lot of computations are required. Summarized data is summarization techniques are required. Multidimensional view and the consolidation. Suppose if we use OLAP in operational systems, then what happened? It degrades the performance of the operational task. Because applying the complex queries for limited amount of data, obviously performance will be degraded. Similarly, if OLTP supports concurrency and recovery, suppose if we use OLTP for data warehouses, like concurrency and recovery, if we apply data warehouse, what happened? It reduces the throughput. So that's why we need a separate data warehouse. Let us see. Decision support systems require historical data, whereas operational database does not maintain the historical data. Similarly, decision support systems require consolidation of the data from heterogeneous kinds of the sources, but operational data only contain the raw data. So because those two systems, OLAP and OLTP, supporting quite different functionalities, thus we need a separate data warehouse. So anyhow, today, right now, many vendors are trying to optimize OLTP in order to support the OLAP kind of the functionalities, so that they may support in future OLAP also. So thank you very much.